I book 5 to 7 sales appointments inside of my AI agency every single day, completely on autopilot without me having to cold call, cold DM, cold emails, any of that type of stuff. And inside this video, I'm going to quickly show you how I do it and how I actually get results inside of my own agency with what I'm about to show you and how I book sales calls on my calendar pretty much while I sleep, okay? And just for proof, for everyone that's probably wondering, oh, do you actually make money with this? Because it's one thing to book sales calls, it's another thing to actually make money for them. This is just today inside of my own agency Slack channel. You can see here, $5,000 payment right here. $500 deposit right here. Yesterday, we received a $15,000 check here, another $10,000 payment here through a financing platform. And then with that, another $5,000 payment here. And just a few days before that, another $5,000 payment right here, another $10,000 payment right here, and a $5,000 payment with that. Anyways, you get the point. This is live inside of my agency, live Slack channels that, funny enough, if you guys have watched my channel before, you guys saw me build this agency. But the whole point is I'm able to book these amount of sales appointments without having to do the crazy outreach methods that people and gurus tell you on YouTube to do. And it's kind of like an undercover, I want to say, method that I've been using for years now. It's what all the big dogs in the space do, but very few of them actually tell you. They'll tell you to cold call, but they do this instead. And it's because this is predictable and it's scalable. So what this really is what's called paid ads. And I'm going to kind of tell you guys how you guys can set this up for your own agency, for your own business, whatever kind of business you're running, right? So there's kind of 3 main steps I look at and what I do to get this done. So number 1, you have to have your funnel set up, right? So this is generally inside of GoHighLevel, which is the CRM. I'm going to show you guys how I use it. Next is I make a bunch of AI ads. So this is video ads and image ads through 2 big platforms, Ideogram and ArcAds, which are big AI kind of software platforms that I use a ton. And I'll kind of show you guys how those work. And then lastly, you can kind of watch your sales calls get flooded on your calendar after your initial kind of campaign setup is done and it's done correctly. So let me quickly show you guys what I mean by sort of funnel setup. So right here inside of GoHighLevel, I have a bunch of different funnels and stuff I use. This is kind of the example ones I give out to you guys for free on this channel. But it's exactly what you need to know, right? So right here, you can see here, it's a very simple looking page where it's like niche, it's already all templatized, looking to scale to, X amount of dollars a month or X amount of deals a month. So maybe this is roofers looking to scale to 10 deals a month, implement AI into your business to scale to 10 extra jobs a month within the next 90 days. Schedule a call with us to learn how we do it. And then you can set up a calendar right here below. Directly instead of GoHighLevel, you can connect your Zoom account and your Google Calendar to integrate here. And it's super easy and simple. Once these people and these roofers or whatever niche you work with book a call, they'll get sent to what's called a pre-call page. Okay, so this pre-call page, super simple. It's you set it up, few videos that they're going to watch. So an expectations video right here of what they need to know before the call with you. And then lastly, kind of some other kind of pre-handling objection videos like how much does it cost? I've been burned before. How do I know this isn't a scam? Just to make sure they, number 1, show up to the call, they have good expectations, and then you don't get the dumb objections as likely, like how much does this cost? Or I've been burned before. How do I know this is not a scam? You want to pre-handle as much here before this sales call as possible. So these templates inside of GoHighLevel, which is again a CRM platform that I use, many people use it. There'll be a 30-day free trial link in the description below this video where you can get access to all these templates and everything I use in itself. But once you have that done, this is the funnel setup you need to then pretty much send to all the traffic from these ads you're going to run, you're going to set up, which I'm going to show you to. So we set up ads on Meta like Facebook, Instagram mainly, and you're going to spend anywhere from $30 a day. It could be $50 a day. Personally, I spend thousands of dollars a day, well, more like $1,000 a day at the moment. But whatever fits your budget, whatever you're comfortable with starting off with, and you're going to send traffic to this page, all right? And if you might be watching this and like, Carson, I don't have $30 to $50. My honest response to you is if you don't have $30 to $50 a day to throw and invest into something that could potentially make you a lot more, kind of like how I've showed you in this video, then I would get a job. Very transparently, getting a job in funding paid ads is probably the number 1 method I'd recommend for people to do if they don't have startup capital, because it's just honestly the cold calls, cold DMs, it's good to start off with, but in my personal opinion, it just takes so much time. And I wish as a beginner, I knew to just focus on the things that are higher leverage, which really paid ads is. Okay, so once we have the funnel set up inside of GoHighLevel to send traffic to, so they can book meetings with us, there's 2 big platforms, AI kind of platforms I want you to look up. Number 1 is Ideogram. So Ideogram is the main key kind of tool and platform I use when it comes to all image ad generation. So all you have to do is you can go open ChatGPT and you can say, please generate me a prompt for my AI image generator to let realtors know on a no, I will get them 10 listing appointments in 90 days. Don't pay. So the whole point is we want like a prompt that we can give Ideogram that will make multiple ads from us based on our offer, right? And because it's an image, we have a very kind of limited amount of, like, I guess you could say, digital real estate to get the point across. So we can say right here, we'll just literally take this, throw it over into Ideogram, click generate, and then we will see how they turn out right here. Only takes a couple seconds. So boom, right here. These are kind of some examples. It usually gives you 4 different sort of, like, I guess you could say, variations so you can test. But this is one right here. 10 listing appointments in 90 days or you do not pay. Done for you. Appointment setting for realtors, right? Obviously, you can make this a lot better. I think this is decent because it's more readable. But you can tweak this, mess around with it. This took me literally probably 5 seconds to make, and you can make this a lot better, right? Me specifically, my agency, I primarily work with stem cell clinics, so you can kind of see some examples of like how these ads would look right here. Or if you're trying to work for roofers or pool builders, some examples right here of how this would look too. Just make sure your offer comes across and you call out the industry you're trying to target. Now, the next tool I want you to check out is called arcads.ai. So if you're going to run video ads, then you can click on this site right here. Essentially, it's going to generate you human-looking video ads, kind of like these, but all through an AI kind of prompting script. So the example I'll give you right here is, I think I have another real estate agent example here. So I'm going to log in 1 second. But once you're inside the platform, all you can do is you just click new project, and then it will let you type in the whole entire ad script that you want this UGC kind of AI creator to make. So it could be 30 seconds, it could be 45 seconds. Whole point is just call out your industry, make sure your offer is clear, have the kind of general standard, I guess you could say, setup I'd recommend for video ads, which is start with the hook, then you've got the body, and then you've got the CTA, or the call to action. And then if you kind of piece it all to one together, you can pick a bunch of different actors. And again, you can have ChatGPT write this kind of script for you and make it pretty good. And you've got all these different actors to choose from based on kind of whatever ones you want. It's like $8 to $10, I think, per video to generate. And I'll show you kind of a quick example right here.
Still struggling to get more listings in 2025? In the next 60 seconds, I am going to show you my team and I are helping over 100 agents like yourself make more money for less work and less time needed than ever before using AI in 2025. No need to use Zillow, referrals, or cold call ever again.
So you guys get the point, right? It can pretty much make all this stuff you would need. And then if you wanted to make more tweaks to it, you could bring it over into a simple editing software like CapCut, and then you could go from there, right? So that's kind of the whole point here is you make a funnel, you make the ads, and then what you're going to do is you're going to set up ads inside of Facebook with your desired budget. Again, it's kind of dependent on your niche, your offer, what you're really pitching as a service. But the whole point is like, you want to test a bunch of ads with whatever daily budget you have. The more you have to spend, the faster you can test and the faster you'll get data. And then you can kind of watch sales calls jump on your calendar. And that really is kind of the method to the madness. Of course, this takes time to get good at, but I highly, highly, highly recommend getting good at paid ads, because if you can do this and you can invest whatever money you make from a job or your business, whatever it is, into this, this is how you can kind of multiply your client base. And it's exactly what we do, right? Because, I say 5 to 7 calls because I would say we have that about average, but like on Monday, for example, this week, we had over 20 calls, so of course, I have a sales team. I have a lot of people with me, but that's kind of the whole point. That's exactly, I think, just how people should be making ads today, in my opinion, because AI is super, super, super good. And kind of just the short, quick, I guess, understanding of how you can book sales calls in your calendar without having to do all the cold calls, the cold outreach, all that type of stuff. Because let's be honest, it's not fun. It's not fun at all. And it's not effective when you want to scale fast. So if your business is trying to scale fast, I highly recommend this. But that being said, guys, hopefully this made sense. If you want access to these templates, like I said, I'll have a link in the description to sign up with GoHighLevel below in this video. And if you also want private coaching directly from me, I have an entire group. I've developed my own software, my own app, everything inside of there when it comes to starting your own AI agency, which is transparently what I run today. And there'll be a link for that at the top of the description below as well. So hopefully you guys found this video valuable, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you want more in-depth training on this and you really want to understand this sort of paid ad side to the next level, I have a 10-hour free AI agency course that I posted literally just a couple weeks ago. That's absolutely blown up, and I highly recommend checking that out as well if you want just more context on the depth of setting it up in like the Meta Ads Manager and stuff like that. But that being said, guys, like, subscribe, comment. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.